Happy Friday! It was a nice 3-1 bounce back day yesterday, but man, am I too old for this. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and I got a smile on my face today. That's right, we had a nice bounce back day, as you heard in the cold intro, a 3-1 night. The Lakers gave me more gray hair. Holy smokes, but we will talk about those bets later. Quick announcement, couple quick announcement. Our Super Bowl video just got released, and we had some fun. We released four best bets for that game. I gave out some awesome trends for the Super Bowl. And we just talked who's going to win between the 49ers and the Chiefs. So go check that video out now. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, the Super Bowl collab that we did is out now. It's on Jordan's channel. It's the final round, or the link is below in the description. It was fun. It was me, Austin from Calling Our Shot, Ev with Guy Boston Sports, and then we had Jordan with It's the Final Round, giving out our best bets, and we put together a four-leg parlay. So but anyways, back to the NBA. After a couple great weeks, this week has been a struggle, but we luckily stopped it on Thursday, and hopefully we can have another great day to end the week on Friday. So, before we get into this video, let's pull up the Jabo MVP. There he is. Welcome to the club at M Wingert 88. First of all, we apologize because we should have announced you yesterday in the video, but here you are all by yourself, and we are very thankful for your support. And for everybody else who has been a Jabo MVP and still is a Jabo MVP, it's only $2.99 a month. If we bring any value, entertainment, or help with your betting, that is a huge way to help our channel grow, help support us for all the hours we put in everything. We have a Discord of over 3,000, almost 3,000 people, and it's completely free. So this is just a nice little way to do it. But anyways, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. And let's keep rolling on, and you know what's next. It is time for the dad jokes, baby. Here we go. I got two of them, and these actually both are really, really stupid. I'm going to be honest, but that's what the dad joke is. So here we go. First one. My wife asked me to put ketchup on the shopping list. I don't know why, because now I can't read it. That's a guy thing right there. But, anyways, here's the second one. We finish it. And by the way, I had some other good ones, but I'm going to keep it PG on this one. So here we go. So what if I don't know what the word apocalypse means? It's not the end of the world. Leave a comment below. Let me know which one you think is best or more stupid, whatever you think. But in this video, as you guys know who have been following us, Fridays are big shows for us. We're going to recap yesterday, first of all, which is a 3-in-1 day. Finally get to go over some green check marks. And then we're going to talk centers. So defenses that give up the most points, the most rebounds, and the most assists to the center position. And then we're going to take a peek inside the lines with the best against the spread teams, the best over and the best under teams in the NBA. And then we got our best bets. And of course, we usually do a Friday parlay, but here's the deal with the Friday parlay. There's only 6 games. There have been trades, there are injuries, there are questionable marks. We haven't done great on these Friday parlays the last few weeks. I want to try to get a winner and put out the best parlay possible. So the Friday parlay will go out in the morning. It'll be in the pinned comments. I just want to see where everything shakes out tomorrow. When I say morning, it's like my morning, probably your afternoon. We're on the West Coast here. So check the pinned comments, check X, and then of course on Discord as well. They will be posted everywhere before the games start. But my best bets will be here. That Friday parlay will be in the pinned comments this time. And then we wrap it all up with the bets recap, of course. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel continue to grow. I appreciate it. I saw some of you guys' comments on that collab video that I did with the some other YouTube friends, and that was pretty cool. Just you guys, having my back and just saying positive things about the video and stuff. So thank you guys for watching that and supporting. That was a lot of fun. But I'm ready to get into it, and it starts with the bets recap. There it is, a nice 3-in-1 bounce back day. And the first one was the Mavericks -3. Great line value that we had. I assumed Brunson would be out, and when he was ruled out, I think this line went up to 6, maybe even more. Like I talked about, I thought the line should be at. But they won pretty easily. DiVincenzo scored a lot of points, but they just did not have enough offensive firepower to beat the Mavericks. So next one, this was a beauty. John Collins for the Jazz, over 22.5 PRAs at -125. How about 23 at halftime? That's right. He gets us. He just absolutely gets us. He didn't want to get 22 and make us wait till the third quarter. He got it done at halftime. And then this other one. These are the last two bets are the added plays. Jalen Duren double double. It hit. Okay. I am so sick of losing Kaminga bets. I even took an alternate line of 22 plus PRs. He missed some shots today. He came up too short. We were one bucket away from a 4-0 sweep. That's right, one bucket short. Of course, he was the teammate of somebody who scored almost 50 again with Mr. Steph Curry. So it is what it is. But and then the teaser. This is what is going to make me old. I have a birthday in about a month, and I am feel like I'm going to turn about 60 after watching the Lakers. Magic minus 5.5, easy peasy, just crushed them. Lakers plus 8.5. They were tied with the Nuggets. You were probably all watching it on TNT, nationally televised. It was Kobe Day. Tie game, 2 minutes to go. And then all of a sudden they're down 8. And then they're down 10. And then luckily LeBron hits like a layup. And thank you to the Nuggets, by the way. The last two possessions, they just held the ball. They didn't even want to do anything with it. And for that, I'm very thankful. I owe them something. I will send the team something like a blueberry muffin basket or something. Either way, it was a 3-in-1 day. I will gladly take that one. Overall record now 127, 117, up 9.18 units. As you can see, the teasers now 6-3, up 3 units. Game bets, I'm kind of just up a little bit on each category except for that Friday parlay, 2 and 10. But it's obviously all about the units on those big parlays. So that's what we got. That's the bets recap for Thursday, February 8th. Now let's talk some big men. All right, these are the defenses giving up the most points to the big men, the center position, led by the Spurs, giving up almost 29 points per game to the centers. We got three matchups today. We got the Nuggets playing the Sacramento Kings. Domantas Sabonis averaging 19.6 points per game. Nuggets giving up almost 27. I did these before their game started tonight against the Lakers, so it might be a little different, but they're still up there. And then the Hornets are facing Brook Lopez and the Milwaukee Bucks, 18.3 points per game. Hornets, 26.44 points. And then the Wizards giving up almost 26 points per game. They are facing Kristaps Porzingis of the Celtics, averaging 22.8, the second most points of all centers in the last 15 days. So those are the points. Take a screenshot, go get some winners. Let's check out the rebounds now. We got no matchups on the rebounds for the centers, at least today, but this should help you throughout the weekend. Grizzlies giving up the most rebounds per game to the center position, followed by Wizards, Thunder, and Spurs as the only teams giving up over 16 rebounds per game. We got Domantas Sabonis, just a beast on the glass, 15.7, Jokic 15.5, so on and so on. No real surprises there. Jared Allen, some of those numbers are obviously without Evan Mobley, but he's still just an absolute monster. And then Wet Bananas right there at 11.7 all the way down to Bam Adebayo at 10.7. So that's the rebounds. Take a screenshot. Let's check out the final one, the assists, and we only have one matchup. The New Orleans Pelicans taking on Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. It is the second night of a back to back, so Anthony Davis will be questionable probably up until game time, and then he will say he has some really big injury, even though we just saw him play and he was completely fine. But, anyways, that's the only matchup for assists. Jokic averaging 9.5, Sabonis right up there too, just absolutely crushing it on rebounds and assists this year again. Draymond Green, because he is playing center now for the Warriors, averaging 6.8. And then Anthony Davis, so on and so on. Wet Bananas just seems to be on here all the freaking time. So that's what we got for the center position with the points, rebounds, and assists. Hopefully, this helps you guys go get some winners. And now it's time to take a peek inside the lines. All right, these are the 10 best against the spread teams, starting with the Orlando Magic and the Oklahoma City Thunder. ATS plus minus, as you can see over there on the right, the average amount of points that the team covers the spread by. So say it's -6 and they win by 10. That's a plus of 4, obviously. So on and so on. So, anyways, hopefully this just kind of helps you out, see where teams have been. Team Rankings is a good website. You can also change it to how they are against the spread as a home favorite, home underdog, just at home in general, or away, or anything like that. There's a whole bunch of things, 0 days rest and things like that. So that's kind of where I get this info. But anyways, I did this as the games were going on, so it might be just a touch off. But those are the best against the spread teams. No super big surprises here. Maybe the Rockets, but I mean 26, 22, and 2. They were off to a hot start this season. But let's go check out now the best over and under teams in the NBA, led by the 76ers at 30 and 20 plus 2.2. And then we got the Detroit Pistons 29, 20 and 1 plus 4.4. So that total plus minus, same kind of thing. They go over the total by that much. If it's a plus, minus means they are going under the total by that much. Highest plus minus on this page, the Atlanta Hawks, they're 29 and 22 to the over, going over by 5 points. But anyways, this kind of helps you out, I think, and you can see who does more home and away and things like that on team rankings as well. But if you're someone who likes to bet totals, these are something to go by at least part of your handicap. And then the best under teams, the defending champions, Denver Nuggets, 19 and 32 to the under, which means 32 of their 51 games have gone to the under. And then the total plus minus over there, minus 2.2. You're going to see a lot of minuses, obviously, because they go under the total. But nothing huge. Orlando Magic, the biggest eight or total plus minus, but still only minus 3.1. So, anyways, take a screenshot. We just try to give you guys as much info as we possibly can. And we do this like every other week now. I mean, you guys can take a screenshot and just keep this and refer back to it, for the next 2 weeks until we do it again and things like that. I think we've done home and away also one time before. But, anyways, that's a peek inside the lines. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first bet takes us out to Philadelphia. We got the 76ers hosting the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks minus 4 in this game. Over under is 225 and a half. I'm not going to bore you with the ATS over under because we just talked about that on most teams. But this best bet is one that I absolutely love. Give me Onyeka Okongwu over 20 and a half points plus rebounds at minus 125 on DraftKings. Some of you guys have been wanting me to say when I have a favorite play. This is my favorite play of the day. That's a fact. I almost put a unit and a half on it, but let's talk about it. Stay with me. If you like NBA, you like stats, and you're a nerd like that, you're gonna like all this. But honestly, I did some big time research. So Embiid hasn't played in 16 games this season for the Philadelphia 76ers. I went through every single one of those 16 games, and in 13 of them, a center went over this 20 and a half points plus rebounds. That's right, 13 of 16 hit rate on opposing centers. One or two of them were centers that just don't do much in general. I think one was Draymond Green, so that makes sense. But that includes Mr. Onyeka Okongwu, who got 30 earlier this year in a game where Capella was out. And by the way, Capella is out. This is your starting center for the Hawks for like the fourth straight game now. But John Collins went over twice. DeAndre Ayton had 24. Shangoon had 35. These are PRs. Bam Adebayo, 41. Even the old man, Al Horford, had 26. I call him old man, but he's probably like my age. 76ers just been struggling without Embiid, to say the least. I mean, we know that. And as you saw in the last 15 days, they've given up the eighth most points, the ninth most rebounds to the center position. And Okongwu's been playing really well since he got the start 3 games ago. He's had 29, 23, and 38 PRs in the last 3 games. And two of those three were against the Clippers and the Celtics, and he has a much better matchup here. In the 8 games that he has played 30 plus minutes this year, that's right, 8 games, he's gone over this 20 and a half PRs line in 6 of those 8 games. Um, you think I'm done because I just gave you all those stats, but I'm still not, so stay with me. In these last 3 games, since he became a starter, since he's been playing big minutes, he is averaging the 10th most rebound chances in the NBA at 19.3. That's right. And in those last 3 games, with those 19.3 rebound chances, he's turning 10.3 of them into actual rebounds. That's what he is averaging on the rebounds. If he gets 10 rebounds, all I need is 11 points. That's right. Hash brown math again. I'm really good at that, I guess. 10 plus 11 is 21. That goes over. But finally, DeJounte Murray is questionable. Just opens up more options. I don't know. He may or may not play. I thought he was just sitting out because he might get traded, and maybe he is. So maybe he's going to be back, and they're saying it's a back injury or something. I don't know. You never know what's the truth. But if he doesn't play, obviously it helps. But if he plays, it does not matter. I mean, Anyaka, Onyeka Okongwu is still very included in this offense. He's a big part of it, and he should dominate the paint. The 76ers are one of the worst defenses in the NBA when Embiid is not on the court, and they just look ugly right now. I mean, they're at home, and the Atlanta Hawks, one of the worst ATS teams in NBA history, is still favored by minus 4. That's just wild to me. But anyways, this is my favorite bet of the day. I think he goes over it. I mean, you could ladder it, to be honest with you. I like his points. I like his points and rebounds. I like his PRAs. Give me Okongwu over 20 and a half PRs as my first best bet. All right, time is running out on this incredible promotion with BetMGM. New customers, you bet $5, you get $158 instantly in bonus bets and 3 different bonus bets 50, 50, and 58 for Super Bowl 58. All you have to do is click that link below. Takes you right there, sets you up. It doesn't take long at all. You deposit 10 bucks. That's the minimum deposit, and all you have to do is bet 5 of those dollars on anything you want. Big parlay, just a single bet, whatever you want, and you get those bonus bets. But like I said, this is over after the Super Bowl. And I don't know if they're going to bring it back again. So if you are someone who's been thinking about doing this, now is the time to jump on it if you are in an eligible state. So it's a great deal. Click that link below, and this is all thanks to our partnership with Odd Shopper. You must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, back to the bets. All right, before we get into this second bet, just a reminder, the Friday parlay will be posted in the pinned comments tomorrow. But after this bet, I will give you a few options I'm already looking at the night before. And I may even have an added bet also to go with these two bets and the Friday parlay. So here we go. This second bet takes us out to Toronto, Canada. We got the Raptors hosting the Houston Rockets. Raptors -3. Total in this game is 232.5. I'm going to get right into it, guys. I like this bet too. Give me the Rockets +3 at -110 on DraftKings. The Rockets are playing on the road. I know that's a little scary, but it doesn't matter. And to me, sometimes it's about spot and how they play and all this stuff. But this is a lot about the matchup. The Rockets just beat the Raptors by 29 points a week ago. I know there's no Fred VanVleet this time. He hasn't played that great this year, to be honest with you. But the Raptors have just been absolutely awful. I don't know if people understand how terrible this team has been. We're going to go last 15 games because that's kind of when the trades happen and when they just change the structure of their team, adding quickly and RJ Barrett and all that. In the last 15 games, there is no NBA team on planet Earth that is worse than them in defensive rating. That's right, they are dead last. And in that 15 game span, Houston is 11th in defensive rating, better than that over the course of the season. But we know Houston by far has the better defense in this one. The Toronto Raptors have allowed the second most points in the paint in the last 15 games at 58.7. That's right, almost 60 points per game allowed in the paint. I mean, it has been just terrible for them. That is more points than teams like the Wizards, the Hawks, and the Spurs. Now, this is not good when they play a Houston Rockets team because in the last 15 games, in the last 15 games, the Rockets have scored the second highest percentage of their points in the paint in the NBA. That's right. That's at 49.4%. I mean, they love to score in the paint, especially lately. And the Raptors just love to let people score. I mean, they take pride in it. I don't know what else to say. They really do. And you saw this because a week ago when these two teams played, just pick a number. How many points do you think the Rockets scored in the paint in that game when they won by 29? They scored a ridiculous 84 points in the paint. I mean, it is like it's terrible, guys. It is awful. So that is just one of the many terrible matchups in this game for them. There is a reason why they lost by about 30 last time. The Raptors are a team that struggle to score in the half court as well. They'd love to get out and play. And they are actually tied for the most in the most points on the fast break in the NBA this season. So the only way they can play is getting out in fast break and scoring, trying to outscore the other team. Unfortunately, in this matchup, again for the Raptors, that's going to be tough. The Rockets have given up the least amount of fast break points in the entire NBA. We are talking one of the leading scorers in the fast break going up against a tough defense. Even if you just meet in the middle, that's going to force the Raptors to score a lot more in the half court. I just don't think they can do that enough with how bad their defense is. And you saw that last game. The Raptors only scored 11 fast break points a week ago against this Rockets team. So the Rockets were able to slow them down in the fast break. Guys, these are just to me, these are two glaring disadvantages for the Raptors. And we've already seen it. Like I said a week ago, it was just absolutely ugly. This Raptors team, I think they sold. I think they traded Dennis Schroeder. This team is ready for the offseason. They are just in sell mode. They are not trying to win. It's not like this Toronto game. It's just going to have a raucous crowd. Just can't wait. This is not the Raptors of a few years ago. This team is just brutal sometimes right now. So, but yeah, Raptors can't score in the paint or can't score in the half court very well. They need the fast break, but this is a bad matchup for them. And the Rockets just almost scored 100 on them in the paint, and the Raptors can't stop anybody. I mean, anytime you're worse at something than the Wizards and the Hawks and the Spurs on defense, that's pretty bad. So, like I mentioned, the Rockets have been better at home. They're not as great against the spread on the road, but to me, this doesn't really matter because the Raptors are just a worse team. I'm kind of confused as to why the Rockets are +3. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to 1 or even pick them, to be honest with you. But my best bet in this game is give me the Rockets +3. Give them to me on the money line. I think they win the game outright. My best bet for this video is just the +3. I thought about doing half unit there, half unit Rockets money line, but I'll just stick with +3. But I think they win this game. If you want to be safe, you could throw Rockets in a 5 point teaser, take them up to +8 or +7, whatever the line ends up being. That seems like a pretty safe bet too. So give me the Rockets +3 as my second best bet. And now for that Friday parlay. I just have a couple of quick things to talk about, things I'm looking at. But again, trades, injuries, things like that. Like I said, there's only 6 games, so I'm not trying to push out a parlay the night before when not everything is even out. I want to try to get out the best parlay I possibly can. So I've looked at the Pelicans money line. It's just a bad spot. We know that the Lakers just played a huge game at home against the Nuggets. Celebrities all over the place. Kobe Bryant statue unveiling. And they lost, unfortunately. But it's the second night of a back to back. We know what LeBron and AD like to do. They like to be questionable. One or two of them may not play, and that makes this Pelicans money line a pretty good value if you get it before it shoots up. And it's just a letdown game for me. So I like the spot there for the Pelicans. Another player prop I kind of like is maybe RJ Barrett over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. He's actually gone over this in 8 of the last 10 games. In the 2 games he missed, he had nine exactly RAs. So he's only missed by one in two of those games to make it a 10 for 10. It's a good matchup when you face the Rockets for rebounds and assists for his position. That doesn't mean, oh my gosh, why'd you pick the Rockets then, guys? We're just talking rebounds and assists for a certain position. But that's just some matchups. Charlotte Hornets sold. So why do I keep saying sold? They sold pretty much on the season, but they traded Gordon Hayward. They're just in sell mode as well. It is the Miles Bridges show. Lamelo Ball is out. It is the Brandon Miller show. If you want to take some alt lines with them, I know their points line are probably going to be pretty high, but maybe take Miles Bridges alt 25 points or Brandon Miller 20, something like that. Those might be some other options too. But like I said, not a ton of player props are out right now. And then you also have the Kings. I said I'd only mention two, but I'm just rambling now about Friday parlay. I just want to talk some basketball with you guys. But Kings at home -1 against the Nuggets again, second out of a back to back after a big win in LA for Denver. Kings can be hard to trust sometimes. I do get that, but it just seems like kind of a letdown spot. Maybe a good spot for Sacramento to win the game. Maybe that's what you include in the teaser. Just options like that. Also, maybe an underlook in that one. But these are just options again, guys. I'm not saying officially make these all bets or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys some ideas. But you know what? Maybe my Friday parlay in the morning only includes one of these or none of them. We will see. But anyways, those are some ideas for the Friday parlay. May have an added bet also with all this in the morning. Enough rambling about all that basketball stuff. Let's check out the bets recap. All right, those are the only two bets so far for Friday. We got Onyeka Okongwu over 20.5 points plus rebounds at -125 on DraftKings. If it moves to 21.5, which I'm sure it will, I like that also. And give me the Rockets +3. I think they win the game outright in Toronto. I got that at -110 on DraftKings. And then again, an added play plus a Friday parlay may both be added. Definitely the Friday parlay. That is a 100% chance of being added in the pinned comments below on Discord and on X. So I appreciate the support for another week. For those of you that are new to the channel, obviously we do these videos every single weeknight. The weekends, Saturday I'll just release some bets on Twitter, X, sorry, Discord, and things like that. I'll probably do a post. If you don't hear anything or you want to try to find something out, check the community tab on our profile on YouTube. I usually post all my bets there for the weekends. Won't have any on Sunday for Super Bowl. I think there's only 2 games, but I'll have some picks for Saturday as well. We have to have the family life work balance kind of thing. So we don't do them on Friday night and Saturday night videos. But, anyways, thank you guys again for another week of support. Let's keep grinding. Let's finish the week strong. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, enjoy some basketball, and we'll talk to you soon.